voting cubicles. But what went down went down. It was about 15 political parties that participated in the election. Again, this is another data analysis showing how or what to expect at the 2023 polls in Nigeria. We're looking at Premium Times right now on 93.7 Citizen FM and its newspaper headlines. European Union seeks more gas imports from Nigeria. So it says that Europe is looking to increase gas imports from Nigeria to above the current 14% as a result of shortage in gas supplies across Europe. And this follows, gas cuts by Russia. So the EU is looking to Nigeria as an alternative to augment its gas needs. It was the Deputy Director General of the European Commission's Department of Energy that said yesterday that Europe is in a tight spot in relations to gas following the Russian invasion of Ukraine and instability in the gas market. The threat, perhaps, to cut off supply altogether. Well, the Deputy DG of the European Commission's Department of Energy was in Abuja. He visited Abuja and he told journalists that the EU is looking to increase liquefied natural gas, that is LNG, imports from Nigeria to above the current level. You'll find details of that on Premium Times today, the 23rd of July, 2022. Moving on now to all the papers and headlines you would find. Let's check out this day. And the big story, Atiku. Like Abraham Lincoln, the driving force behind my persistence is the desire to serve my country. There are writers to the story. It says, Wike not rejected. I only picked someone I can work with. Says Tinubu wanted to be his running mate in 2017, but vetoed him because he abhors Muslim tickets. Benin coalition opposes housing returned artifacts in Obaseki's museum. He's accusing governor of always disrespecting and undermining Oba of Benin. Insists on Oba Royal Museum. You will see details of that. It begins on the front page of this day and then continues on page 5. Strategizing for 2023 is the cover photo you would see on this day today. And it captures the president and some ALPC stalwart. The meeting that was held yesterday, we took this on News Roundup at about 4:10 p.m. on 93.7 Citizen FM. We have photo ops on, the report on that. The meeting that went down at a government house yesterday. Moving on now, Buhari vouches for Shetima, says he will live up to expectations. Tinubu, Gbajabiamila, 5 Southwest governors absent as APC leaders meet with president. That begins on the front page of this day and continues also on page 5. And on page 8, airline operators alert on fresh flight disruptions. They are citing aviation fuel scarcity as a reason for that. Like Elumelu, Biden seeks improved U.S.-Africa relationship. So that's about it from the front page of this day. And now to Punch. DSS report will not stop solidarity rally, Labour tells federal government. And they're saying they're not aware of secret police's memo. Varsity lecturers should soft pedal on demands. The National Association of Nigerian Students are saying that varsity lecturers should please soft pedal on demands. We saw the details of that story a bit on News on the Hour a minute ago, where the NLC and the Joint Action Committee, comprising the Non-Academic Staff Union of Educational and Allied Institutions, the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, have said their planned protest in solidarity with ASU will hold as planned. So the Labour Union said they're not aware of any security report by the Department of State Services that have advised against the rally, and they insist that their protest will hold on July 26 and 27 of this month. Despite the series of meetings between the federal government and the union, the issues have yet to be resolved, and that naturally has prolonged the strike and is prompting this, intervention, quote unquote, of NLC. Further details on page 4 of Punch. Presidential assessment, Labour Party faults Atiku. Tinubu plans response. They're saying they're going to be responding very soon. Daniel Amosun Abiodun all workers 60 billion naira pension and gratuities. NLC chairperson is speaking. Whoa, 60 billion naira in pensions and gratuities. I am prepared. Oshun will not regret my election. Governor-elect Adeleke speaks. You'd find details of that on page 5. It's Saturday, yes, so a few entertainment stories here and there. Some made it on the front page of the Punch, but before that, let's see 2 other stories and then we see what the entertainment world holds for us. Court remands ex-AGF and others over alleged 109 billion naira scam. That you would see details of on page 7. 1,837 killed in Kaduna in 18 months, and that's a report from Commissioner. That you will see details of on page 4. Akwa Ibom family worries over son's mysterious death after an Abuja trip. Oh boy. So he traveled to Abuja and they just didn't see him again, and next thing there are reports that he has died. And the family is crying out, hey, whatever the explanation is. Nothing. Nobody is saying anything so far. That you'll see details of on page 48 of Saturday Punch today. And now, a little bit of entertainment. Quit toxic relationships now, Dorothy Bako advises women. Dorothy's Big Brother Niger housemate, a former Big Brother Niger housemate. The Lakon set. I think she was first runner-up thereabouts. Yes, yep. Okay. Details of that on Saturday Punch. Jet A1, that's like the last story, just bottom of the mass. You see that story. Jet A1, prepare for flight disruptions. Airlines tell Nigerians and passengers generally. Wow. It's about to go down. The Guardian is up next. Hard times loom in states over NNPC's new status. Experts urge improved IGR drive. Prudent expenditure to avert crisis. So the experts are urging IGR drive, that is internal generated revenue drive, and prudent expenditure to avert the crisis. Legal battles, renewed agitations for resource control underway, says lawyers. And news on page 2, more disruption in local aviation as fuel forex crisis bites harder. And politics on page 3, Buhari, Anambra, Ekiti, Osun elections, proof of commitment to credible polls. This we saw on news from across the states. Yes, news from across the states yesterday. 93.7 Citizen FM. We got details of that story. It says this just shows that what you will see in 2023 will just be a reflection of what has been going on so far. So everybody, press up for greater times ahead. Greater times ahead. The president declared that the off-season elections in Anambra, Ekiti, and Osun states have confirmed his administration's irreversible commitment to credible and violence-free polls in the country. So the president stated this when he received a delegation from Nasarawa State. It was yesterday in Abuja. The president told the high-power delegation led by the state governor, Abdullahi Sule, that the Electoral Act signed by him, that's earlier in the year, was an attestation of the fulfillment of the administration's determination and commitment to the tenets of the rule of law. So President Buhari said that his desire for the nation is that in 2023, the election should clearly mark the commencement of the institutional strength of electoral body in conducting acceptable, credible, and violence-free elections. Let's not forget that he has also pledged commitment to the joint efforts by the state and federal governments to facilitate easy transportation by road, railways, and airports, as well as power, as no nation can develop without these components of infrastructure. Well, it's also important to note, just by the last paragraph, that aviation industry is warning that we're going to be having flight disruptions here and there. But no, Rome was not built in a day, right? All right, news page 4. It says 2023 rerun likely over emergence of Obi Kwankwaso. U.S. Institute is warning. Rerun likely. Very likely. That's what they're saying. I saw this headline earlier. I think it was like way earlier this morning. Hardly saw. Oh, okay. I found it. Okay. But just a minute. Let's take a look at the details of that story very quickly now. Rerun likely over emergence of Obi Kwankwaso, U.S. Institute say. Okay. finding it a little difficult to open the details of that story. Okay, I found it now. I just need to take a peep into that so that the story is clear, because the headline can be a little, So the 2023 presidential election may go into rerun with the emergence of Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi and the candidate of the New Nigeria People's Party, Rabiu Kwankwaso. A delegation of United States-based National Democratic Institute and International Republican Institute have said. According to them, the 2023 elections will be a departure from some of the political dynamics that defined previous polls in Nigeria. So the institute described Obi and Kwankwaso as a viable third forces and said their emergence as presidential candidates for the 2023 elections have excited many young Nigerians. Yeah. So Metro notes on page 5. We're looking at Guardian right now, yes. It says, police rescue kidnapped varsity student in Cross River State. Court remands ex-accountant general and others over 109 billion naira alleged fraud. That you would see details of on page 3. Smell the coffee. We are 5 minutes away from Afghanistan. Omorobo is quoted as saying, smell the coffee. Wake up. Smell it. Inyalawa is on the front page of The Guardian. Getting that opportunity shouldn't be determined by your gender. That's a word for, women, I believe. So do not wait, or do not, cramp your own style by determining or defining your opportunity by the standards of your gender. Celebrity story on page 7. Venita Akpofore, another Big Brother Naija former housemate. I get stereotyped due to what I look like. Really? Okay. It's also very important to not invalidate other people's struggles and emotions, yes, but really, you're beautiful. What could you possibly be going through? Again, I guess stereotype due to what I look like. On the front page of The Guardian today, the photo you would see is of the presentation of awards and those who badge some awards, in relations to football that you would see on The Guardian today. The 23rd day of July, 2022. Daily Trust is up next. We have a couple of papers, so we're going to be taking as many as we can within the time that we have. 62 priests kidnapped, 4 killed in 2 years. And we have writers. Catholic clergies top the list. 62 priests kidnapped, 4 killed in 2 years. Catholic clergies top list. 540 million naira demanded in ransom. And that is related to the picture you would see. That there's a graph representation of that report on Daily Trust today. Nigerians express concern as 5,000 bakers down tools. That's on page 7. It was 2 days ago on News Roundup about 4:10 p.m. through 4:30 p.m. that we saw the story. The warning came first. They said if nothing is done, they may be forced to down their tools owing to the, hiking prices. Doing business in Nigeria, it's just getting difficult by the day, and scarcity of wheat generally. So they've down their tools. 5,000. So what you used to have, you may not have anymore as it concerns bread and baking commodities generally in Nigeria. That you would see details of on page 7. And still on page 7, INEC drops Abacha's sons and names. Okay, I'll take that again. INEC drops Abacha's son. Names Wali, PDP Guba candidate in Kano State. As I mentioned earlier, that you will see details of on page 7. I want to become a civil engineer. 13-year-old boy who built miniature Borno flyover, says a 13-year-old boy. Catch them young. I hope that this doesn't die at all. 109 billion naira scam. Court grants ex-AGF and others. Okay, I'd have to take that story again. It was loading earlier, but now it's clear now. On page 4, you would see it. 109 billion naira scam. Court remands ex-AGF and others in Kuje. Kuskura, patronage of dangerous herb on the rise, and that's on page 6. It's dangerous. Stop taking them. That's the name of the herb. Kuskura. Court awards 3 million naira against ex-Bielsa PAMSEC and DSS. A couple of stories are, on page 7 today. Yes. Page 7 has a story about INEC dropping Abacha's son's name and naming Wali PDP Guba candidate in Kano. That's on page 7. Court awarding 3 million naira against ex-Bielsa PAMSEC and DSS is also on page 7. And something from the world of entertainment on Daily Trust today that made it on the front page. Entertainers who have ventured into politics. You will see photos of Funke Akindele, Banky W, Bankole Wellington, and Churchill, Carolina Churchill, yes, who has been, in the news for a couple of days now, weeks rather, or even over a month at least, after the whole Real Housewives of Lagos or something, one of the TV shows. She's been in a war of wars with Iyabo Ojo and a couple of other celebrities in Nigeria. I think she even had a face-off with Toyin Lawani. Can't remember, but then again, there's just a report on entertainers who have ventured into politics that you'll see on the front page, and further details on page 13. Yes, 13. Alrighty. We have a few minutes to go before we, take a break and then come back to take your feedback or your reactions to any one of the stories we've looked at so far. But before then, let's look at the nation. All right. The nation. Ekiti Indigene is 2022 UTME Best Candidate with 362 marks. Wow, that's just very impressive. It was, I think the story also made it on news from across the states yesterday on 93.7 Citizen FM. It's on the front page of The Nation today. Federal government considers fresh measures to end terrorism in Nigeria. Weighs Okada ban to cripple insurgents' movement. Mining suspension likely to cut funding. AGF, terrorists shift to mining and ransom taking to raise funds. That story begins on the front page of The Nation and continues on page 4. In fact, the cover photo on The Nation today is of, paraded suspects and their ammunition somewhere in Kuje. That you will see on the front page of The Nation. 200 criminal suspects arrested in 24 days. That is on page 6. U.S. President Biden contracts COVID-19. Okay. Alrighty. Let's take a look at all the papers just within the few minutes that we have, and then we come back here. All right. What would it be? What would it be? Leadership it would be. Atiku, Tinubu wrangle over credibility ahead of the 2023 polls in Nigeria. So it says that the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and that of the People's Democratic Party, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, engaged in a credibility battle ahead of the 2023 elections that went down yesterday. So while the PDP standard bearer said Tinubu betrayed his party in 2007, the APC presidential candidate said Atiku was a real betrayer who should change Nigerians by reneging on the gentleman's agreement of power rotation between the northern and southern part of the country. So they were just casting blames here and there, but casting the first stone in the credibility battle was Atiku, who accused Tinubu of refusing to support the Action Congress of Nigeria, that was ACN, in the 2007 presidential election because his demand to run on a Muslim ticket was rejected. And Atiku, who was the ACN presidential candidate at the time, said that Tinubu supported PDP in 2007 after he now by Atiku, turned down the former Lagos State Governor's demand to be vice presidential candidate. That you would see details of on Leadership today. It goes back and forth. Who's right, who's not. The education we have and the education we have versus the education we need. That's an article you'll find on Leadership today, so you could take a look at that. 2023 Governor Sule and his goodie declaration. Gun control, 3 steps in opposite direction. A lot of, interesting articles you would see on leadership today. Let's take a break at this time, and we'll return. We have other papers. We haven't even looked at Vanguard yet, and Daily Independent, and a couple of others. Stay with us. I'll be back in a bit. 93.7 Citizen FM, and we'll be taking your reactions when we return.
This is our journey. We have had our finest moments and our darkest hours. Yet we pull ourselves back from the brink every time. We are a resilient people. We are Nigeria. And when we talk, we share our views on Talk Radio 93.7 Citizen FM. A people united will never be defeated.
Ignorance of the law is not an excuse. Most times, people commit one offense or the other due to ignorance and negligence. Some get into one trouble or the other out of ignorance. Wheel of Hope, a human rights advocacy program on Citizens FM 93.7 Abuja, is here to educate you on issues that relate to your fundamental human rights, tenancy agreements, contractual issues, next of kin, and many more. Jide Abdulaziz and his team of legal luminaries will be treating issues that have been giving you stress by providing mediation, intervention, arbitration, and many more. Every Saturday morning from 9 to 10 a.m. on Citizen 93.7 FM Abuja. Wheel of Hope will improve your citizenship responsibility. Wheel of Hope Human Rights Program on 93.7 Citizen FM. The voice for the voiceless and the oppressed. Don't miss it.
We Time with Ekenezekwe is a program where we deliberate on issues, analyze issues, and come up with the best solutions on the subject matter. We Time with Ekenezekwe comes up every Saturday by 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on 93.7 Citizen FM Abuja. We Time with Ekenezekwe, our time.
Abuja, plus including our surrounding areas. The freshest family magazine Jollyman program. When the Sabias waiting they play. Don't tell for una Bonga Radio, Citizen 93.7 FM Abuja. And you know what? Una freshest Owerri tomatoes. Night and that to the give una fresh story. We go take you back memory lane. Plus including make your belly be sugar industry. For waiting they play, no dull moment from the beginning to the end of the 1 hour program. Waiting they play with the freshest Owerri tomatoes every Saturday and Sunday, 12 noon to 1 p.m. for Citizen 93.7 FM Abuja. Waiting they play. Sit down, listen, hear waiting they play.
Hello, Abuja. You are listening to 93.7 Citizen FM, the latest radio station based in Nigeria's capital.
It is 93.7 Citizen FM. Welcome back. 7:34 a.m., the 23rd day of July 2022. And I am Didi, right here in the studio looking at headlines across dailies. So far, so good. We've looked at Premium Times. We've looked at Punch. We've looked at Leadership. We've looked at The Nation. This day, The Guardian, as well as, I'm trying to get that correctly, Daily Trust. Yes, we've looked at Daily Trust as well. It is 93.7 Citizen FM. We're looking at Daily Independent right now, right after which we'll begin to take your calls, your reactions, or your observations. Yeah, so far, especially on matches that we have looked at least some of the stories that made headlines today. On Independent, Atiku, PDP berate APC, Tinubu over alleged fake bishop Muslim ticket. That conversation again, yes, I can't even say this enough. This one will not end. No, it'll take a very long time before we see the last of it. Anyway, it's independent. Alleged 109 billion naira fraud. Court remands former Accountant General Ahmed Idris. COVID-19 fund. Donors demand for report on administration as cases rise. Time to submit your reports. Yeah, the Global Alliance for Vaccines and Immunization, that's Gavi, suspended its activities in Nigeria in 2014 based on an audit report it carried out in the country. And findings by independent, the paper we're looking at right now has shown. It says it is known for lack of transparency in the administration of donor funds in some private sectors, and foreign donors are focusing attention on how donation for the COVID-19 intervention was administered, just as there's a new wave of the virus resurgence in the country. Anyway, if you remember, there was a little bit of panic among Nigerian public when reports stumbled in over the resurgence of COVID-19 when many had let their guards down. As of Friday, that's yesterday, July 22, 2022, Nigerians' coronavirus cases stood at about 259,720. Countries, including Nigeria, have adopted several public health measures based on, WHO recommendations to control the spread of COVID-19. Now, donors are saying, oh yeah, let's just look at the papers. Let's look at the records. What do you have? What are you saying? How the monies, how were they dispensed? Who bought what? Who paid for what? Yeah. It gets interesting from this point onwards, right? Okay, that you would see on Independent today. A short story captured on Independent. That's just the headline, and I believe it's a feature story. Lagos 2023. Action Alliance debunks stories of INEC exclusion of its candidate. Yes, that was like some story about Action Alliance group saying that so earlier there was a story about how that INEC had excluded the governorship candidate, of Action Alliance from the list. That's for the Lagos 2023 Guba polls. So the Action Alliance naturally has reacted to the story. It was late last night that the story broke, and it was, as I did say, they had to react in a very swift and vehement response to the story. So the Action Alliance, in a statement signed by Oniru Ayinla, that's the Lagos state chairman of the party, they did not only try to debunk the story, but they also described the INEC action as an action to cause confusion among the electorate. Yep. So the party executive went further to state unequivocally that the Action Alliance indeed has a gubernatorial candidate for Lagos State in the person of Tope Balogun, whose particulars were duly submitted together with the particulars of Salako Tosin, who is supposed to be the running mate. And the submission was done to INEC office and duly received. So they even showed the acknowledgement copies, attachment, and all of that. Yes, if you look at Independent today, you see all the attachments. The signed one is even dated 15th of July 2022. INEC acknowledgement copy 2023 elections received. It captures that, all of that on Independent today. Even their certifications, their affidavits, and everything. But then again, the story is making the rounds. And they had to release a press statement. It says it's to call the public attention to the false publication that is flying around that Action Alliance does not have a gubernatorial candidate in Lagos. That is not true. That is not true. That is not true. 7:39. Okay, now it just struck 7:40, so that leaves us 20 minutes, top of the hour, 8 o'clock. Okay, so time now to take your reactions. Throwing the phone lines officially open now. The numbers you can call 0818. Yes, okay, done. 0818 2222 or 0808 2222037 or 0903 2229797. Good morning.
Maskman calling from Apple.
Pardon?
Maskman calling from Apple.
Oh, Maskman. Happy weekend to you. Good morning.
Thank you. Same to you. Boko Haram terrorists switch to mining and ransom, depending on mining and ransom to make money. Our intelligence telling us that they don't know where our minerals are in this country. And if they know the site they are mining, they cannot send security there to go and arrest them.
But those are the moves that the federal government. These are just considerations to ensure that they end terrorism in the country.
Okay, we're waiting. Let us see the action. Let us see them take the action, and then we know they don't just talk. But when they talk, sometimes they follow what they talk. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Mark. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hello to you. Good morning. Who's there? Hello. All right, 0818-22-20205. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Thank you. My name is Michael. I'm calling from Nasarawa.
Oh, Michael. Good to have you join us today. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much. Still on the issue of whether it is bandits or Boko Haram or what that is happening. Let me say, it's not too long we heard that a notorious bandit or Boko Haram, was to be given a chieftain title in Katsina. Is it Katsina or Zaria?
Zamfara, I believe.
Okay, Zamfara. And I am hearing the police are telling us that anybody who knows where about this particular person, going to give him 5 million. And I begin to ask myself question, are we serious in this country? Where were the police, where were the security agencies when this man appeared to receive a chieftain title? They allowed the man to escape, and they are now telling us that anybody who have
but there were no facts that they allowed the man to escape. Perhaps he just did escape.
There's no what?
There are no reports to show that he was allowed to escape. That's quite implicating, We just know that there was an escape. Maybe he did strategize on how to escape. It was not like the door was flung open and he was told, "Oh, go," and then he escaped. You get what I'm trying to say, right?
I know you can play your role, but what I'm trying to say in the essence is that the police, the security agency, are they not aware that particular day that this thing happens? Is it not even opportunity for them to apprehend him if it had been, if he had been into hiding and then a man surfaced like this publicly that even it was announced that the chieftain title will be given to this particular person.
Well, that's
that
the one
been looking for many years. Well, I think until when we get serious in this country, they will be able to say that we are fighting whether it is insecurity or whatever. But let me conclude by saying that Asuaji and Atiku,
yes.
I think I love what they are telling themselves. Atiku are saying that Tinubu betray whatever. But you also know that even Atiku himself also betrayed this. It was agreed before that the ticket will be shifted to the other side. But this time around again, the same person who agreed that they needed to shift the power will still come back again and tell you that you should throw it open. So I think Lord, it's their own conversation. It is their own problem. It's not our problem again because they have done their wishes. But at the end of the day, we should go to the pool and prove ourselves. That's my take. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for calling in today. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. All right. So he was making reference to the report from Zamfara State. That was on July 18th that the news broke of the suspension where the Zamfara State government distanced itself from the turbaning of Ado Alero as Sarkin Fulani by the emir of Yando Tondaji in Safi local government area. Yeah. So after that move, there was a suspension of the emir in the area. Anyway, 93.7 Citizen FM. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead. Good morning.
Yeah, this is Paul calling from Wari.
Paul?
Yes.
All right, Paul. Go ahead, please.
Yes. I had a caller that just called. I used to listen to somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
I think it just brings us to the fact that the choice for us to make is now. And when you make a choice, if you are in a particular place and it's not so fitting for you, go to another place that you'll be happy.
True.
That's the decision that lies ahead of us in 2023.
Sure.
Let us make a right choice and a choice that will be happy, just like the caller before the last that was bad from somewhere, and now he's calling you and he's happy. Thank you very much.
All right. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
It's Tracy from Nanya.
Chief Priest, the volume of your radio is a little high. Please turn it down.
Tracy.
Casey, all right. Casey, turn down the volume on your radio and then we go ahead.
Is there any headline that says that Umahi is disqualified by Annex?
Pardon?
Umahi is disqualified by Annex.
Umahi, no, that's not the story. It's from Lagos Action Alliance. At least if that's the disqualification story you're talking about, but it's not even disqualification.
Umahi, the governor of Lagos State.
I haven't seen that so far. On all the papers I have looked at, I haven't seen that one so far. Where did you see it, please?
Okay. No, something like that.
Oh, okay. No, so far I haven't seen it. If I do, I'll say it right here. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Casey. Enjoy the rest of your day. 0818-22-20205. Again, 0818-22-20205 or 0808-22-22037 or 0903-22-29797. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Lily.
Good morning to you. What's your name?
My name is Samuel from Apo.
Samuel from Apo.
Yes.
Go ahead, please.
Please, I want to talk a little about sports.
Pardon?
I want to talk a little about sports.
Oh, sports. Okay, go ahead.
Super Falcons that played yesterday.
The defeat.
You see that woman that officiated the Nigeria-Morocco match, he just destabilized our team.
So it was her fault?
Yeah, this is good. Let them visit that officiating, because the officiating was so biased, so cruel, and inhuman.
Okay.
So, yes, because I see no reason why somebody you give red card to people somebody who might, especially that Ajibade's red card does not even watch it at all, because they were all struggling for ball. She does not know when she stepped on that very lane.
Okay.
And they want to look visual, and they give her red card. It's already removing our strikers. Look at what happened yesterday. Our guys, they actually tried, but there was no striker to put in the ball.
I feel your pain, but in fairness, I would allow the sports team to do the analysis on that. Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why Africa, the way they operate, the way they officiate, that's why they don't go to World Cup.
Chai.
They operate too badly.
Chai.
They do too badly. Please, let me talk about this inflation issue. Please.
Okay. Inflation, okay.
This inflation issue, everybody knows that fuel, the pump price of fuel is the one that controls every
most things. Yes.
And now they kept it in the hand of marketers to determine it. As of yesterday, they said Q is managing again. That is how they'll be doing it, and they're pushing it up. I don't know what year is PPPR. I think they're the one that is responsible. They're the
price regulatory committee. Yeah.
Part of the DC that is responsible for controlling petroleum. I don't know why they should leave this in the hand of the marketers to control the price. May God help Nigeria.
Amen, Samuel. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Trying to see if we can take more papers as we. I know. I'll just go through a couple of papers and then return to the calls. Please give me a minute. Saturday Sun, we have it right here. Shatima, APC cracks widen. Why governors and South leaders shunned presentation of ex-Borno governor as Tinubu's running mate. Although ruling party lacks reward system, Tinubu will reach out. Ayuri Emami is quoted as saying, "We will pacify aggrieved Northern Christians," party says. Alrighty. Atiku opens up on Tinubu and Obi. Anxiety, fear, controversy over our mama's killing. Oh, that's a really sad one. 0818-222205, 0808-222. All right, I'll have to take that again. 0808-2222-037. Yes. Hello to you.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Didi.
Hi, how are you?
To God be the glory. How is work?
Very well, thank you. What's your name?
This is Life Lion from Life Camp.
Oh, Life Lion. Good to have you join us.
Yes. Didi,
Go ahead.
In fact, God will continue to be blessing you.
Amen.
In fact, if they said if I can be able to, if I may be opportune to be given a first class presenter, in fact I will give it to you. With one reason, and for that reason God will continue to promote you from strength to strength.
Amen.
Yes, Citizen FM is our radio that keeps us updates, and I love the way Atiku and Tinubu, they are not disgracing themselves, thinking that that this is politics. It's not politics. They are really reviewing all their secrets. They don't even know what they are doing. Nigerians are waiting for Nigerians are waiting for them. Whether Atiku blaming him of 2007, or Tinubu accusing him of North South tickets. It's left for them. It's left for them. The only thing I want to talk about here is nothing but this killing in Kaduna for 6 months. 600.
Yeah, we saw that report.
Yes, 660 something people. The ones that the journalists can get, the numbers that they can be able to write out. We don't know about others. We don't know about other ones that did secretly and other
Just a reminder, it's a 1,837 killed in Kaduna in 18 months, actually. 18 months.
You see, we are talking about human beings. You see, we are talking is about human beings.
Correct.
We know all these people that they are the people that are to vote. Are the people that are to vote to make Nigeria a great nation. But look at the way they lose their life. And the government of the day don't want to do anything. They don't even care. And it's a state where Muslim are sitting as a governor of the state, governing the nation.
But that is not a determining factor, though. It's not because they are Muslim. But so far so good. The Kaduna state government has released, statements here and there and saying what exactly they are doing so far to, curb the situation in Kaduna.
And as a father of the state, which effort have you made to stop such rubbish? Which effort have you made? The security vote in that Kaduna, can't you make use of it? And now they want to present the same thing, the same Muslim ticket in Nigeria. So we will continue to be.
Again, we cannot. We cannot hinge what is happening in Kaduna State on Muslim tickets. We have some states in other parts of the country that have Christian tickets, and they also have their own situation. So it's not based on religion. It's just the security situation that the state has found itself in, and anybody can't do anything to make a change. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say.
Of course, Didi. I know. You are not to security. I know the situation of the country. The only thing I'm trying to tell them is that the plan of this Muslim ticket is a plan from pit of hell, and it's going to work.
Okay, thank you very much for giving your opinion on that. I believe that a couple of other people share your thought on that. But there are also people who hold, a different opinion. They're saying it doesn't really matter. If a person is qualified to do the job, why won't the person go ahead and do the job? So it's a two-sided conversation. Anybody could, bring in their points, make us understand. I'll see reasons with you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
How are you?
Very well, thank you. What's your name?
I'm calling from Wuse.
Pardon?
I'm calling from Wuse. My name is Henry.
Oh, Henry from Wuse, please go ahead.
Please, I want to clarify something.
All right.
That person that scored what's his name?
Person who scored what? Oh, okay. Oh my God! You may have to keep listening, so I would find that story and give it to you. But on the front page, though, yes, it just says Ekiti Indigene is 2022 UTME Best Candidate with 362 marks. Is the name now I would have to look for and somehow squeeze it in before I go.
Okay.
Yes. Pardon?
I said it's good to have record.
Oh, yes, of course. But, we're just taking headlines. So it's just the front page of the Nation. That made it on the front page. Yes. But I'm sure the details of that story is in the belly of the Nation today.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm also about
all right.
So you gave that a headline on Friday. People that risk of being sacked in civil service.
People that did what?
People that forged do forgery.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
I think it's 317 or what. I want to have record of that one.
That may be something you just have to, check on the internet, because today now that story did not make it on the front page. But just for the record, though, the federal government has taken about 3,657 civil servants before ICPC over IPPIS. Perhaps that's what you're talking about.
Okay,
3,657 civil servants before ICPC. They dragged them before ICPC over IPPIS.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh. 3,000. Okay, so just listen now. 3,657. 3657. That's the number.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's news on page 3 on The Nation for Friday. Yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much for calling. Enjoy the rest of your day. Perhaps we could squeeze in, maybe not. I wanted to say we could squeeze in one more call, but I don't know. Just as is cultural for us on Saturday's newspaper headlines, let's take a look at some headlines from the world of sports as we round off. WAFCON 2022, Zambia shocks Falcons for bronze. Morocco, South Africa fight for title today. 23rd July 2022, Sporting Sun is what we're looking at. Nigeria wins 37 medals on day one. Moses Simon, Murphy Hall, Oshola's Porty Award win. All of these you would see on Sporting Sun, Weekend Sporting Sun today, 23rd July 2022. God, I don't know, I'm torn. Maybe I should just take one last call and there we go. All right. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my sister.
Yes, your last caller for today. Somehow I just got tugged in my spirit to take your call. So please go ahead quickly. Olushola?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead, please.
Thank you. You know, if you don't devoid of hatred, you cannot progress.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody talk about Kaduna issue and he said the government is not doing anything. It is Kaduna today. Who knows what's going to be next tomorrow? The killing him, does it mean that because it's a Christian that is there?
Great question. I believe that's the question I put forward to.
The problem we are having. And I think if you want to reserve, I think you can give us minutes so that we not consume, one person will not consume all the time.
Interesting.
What we are doing is not right. In the whole southern states, I think it's Christian that are governor. Does it mean that any insecurity that is there, it is because the Christians are there?
Valid question. So I already asked all these questions, but it's a good thing you're buttressing my point.
God bless you. And the person first praise you.
Thank you.
But I know when the thing is favoring, then that's what they say, that we should not be doing like that.
Yes.
I pity myself, I pity the masses of Nigeria. Those people that we are clamoring, we are fighting over, they meet, they discuss, they talk.
Yeah.
And they are rich already. Our education is not in good order, our transport, that's what's supposed to be discussing. Instead of clamoring on unnecessary issues, personality issues.
All right, I get your point. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I would like you to call the second number, please.
Pardon? Something about the second number. I didn't get the last part, but yes, your point is well taken. I mean, it's a good thing you called in to buttress the point I made. It's exactly my position when he started on the Muslim thing, ticket thing. Yeah, the question I asked was that, please, there are other states in the southeast or even some other places. If a person is qualified to do the job, should we be having a conversation or, on how, whether or not your religion or whatever, whoever can do the job should get it done. That's what's important. Thank you very much. That's one side of the conversation. I'm not saying that's my position. All positions are valid. At least it's an opinion. Everybody's entitled to one, right? All right. Thank you very much for staying with us through newspaper headlines today. My God, time so far spent. I'll be back in a minute with news on the hour. I am Didi. No, every Saturday I do this. Stay with us. It is 93.7 Citizen FM.
Citizen FM. Make we join our hearts to build a nation of our